Welcome back to another class on Evean Hazaer Halacha series. We are continuing today in Siman Aleph in Halacha Chet. This will be part 10 of the Shi'ur. We're going to do the Cham in Ot Yud Aleph. Today's Cham, Rabotai, we're not going to even have to look into the Shulchan Aruch because this Cham today is coming to teach us the foundation of when it comes to making a Pesach Halacha. We're going to see in the end what we already know because we've been hearing it. But today you're going to see it, Rabotai, inside where the Cham's son is going to go ahead and is going to tell us why did the Shulchan Aruch have to write the STAM opinion, and then why did he have to write the VeYesh Omrim opinion? Because if you just pay attention in our Halacha, we saw in this whole Halacha Chet that if a person had children and the only way he's able to get married, that's only if he's going to sell the Sefer Torah. The Shulchan Aruch says, don't sell the Sefer Torah, marry a barren woman. And don't be without a wife. Because the Shulchan Aruch, in the STAM opinion, he does not care for the mitzvah of Ule'erev Atanech Yedcha. He's not worried about you going ahead and bringing more children and populating the world. That's the STAM opinion. Comes the VeYesh Omrim, and the VeYesh Omrim say, no. Shafilu yesh lo banim, even if he has children, yimchor Sefer Torah kedei lisay isha bat banim. Sell the Sefer Torah in order to marry a woman that is childbearing. So you have over here a very big machloket. You have the STAM that say, no, don't sell the Sefer Torah for such a person. Let him go get married with whatever means he has to a barren woman. You have the VeYesh Omrim say, what do you mean? No, sell the Sefer Torah so you can go ahead and marry a woman that's childbearing. So we see from the STAM, the reason that he doesn't, so we see from the STAM, the fact that he doesn't allow me to go ahead and sell the Sefer Torah so we can marry off this guy to get married to a childbearing woman, we see he's not really concerned about the mitzvah of V'le'erev Atanech Yedcha, meaning about the mitzvah of bringing more children to the world and populating the world. Because remember, he already did the mitzvah of Purim. But the VeYesh Omrim say, no, I'm worried about that mitzvah of populating the world. So therefore, if this guy doesn't have, even though he fulfilled the mitzvah of Puruvu, sell the Sefer Torah, let him go get married to a childbearing woman. Rabotai, when you look at this halacha, you ask yourself, who do we follow? Do we follow the STAM opinion? When I say STAM, you should know STAM is more like, it's more in the vague. He didn't say it in the VeYesh Omrim. He didn't say there are those that say. He wasn't specific. Because when you say VeYesh Omrim, he said there are those that say. When you say STAM, it's like saying it in an anonymous way. So who are you going to go like? Are you going to go like the STAM or are you going to go like the VeYesh Omrim? Meaning to you have a question, tomorrow comes up, says, listen, there's a guy that did the mitzvah of Puruvu. Chas v'shalom in Rabotai, I don't know, he became a widow, chas v'shalom, or I don't know, in Rabotai, he got divorced, I don't know, whatever the situation might have been. Now, he does teshuvah, he wants to get remarried. The problem is he doesn't have money. But he fulfilled the mitzvah of Puruvu. So he comes to the rabbi and he says, Rabbi, he wants to get married, but only if you sell the Sefer Torah. With that money, he's going to be able to get married to a woman that's childbearing. What's the halacha going to be like, Rabotai? STAM says, no. VeYesh Omrim says, yes. What do you do? Rabotai, take this Cham, engrave it in your heart. We probably heard about this rule many times from the Achronim, from our later generation Achronim, but today you're going to see it yourself inside the Shulchan Aruch in the Cham. Do you see why Rabotai did not want to skip out on this halacha? I wanted to go through thoroughly through every Bash and Cham. You're probably wondering, I should go through every one of them. Rabotai, it's a lot. It's a lot, as you guys can see already, part 10 of the Shi'ur, still in Halacha Chet. In any event, Torah is Torah, you're right, Rabotai, learning Torah is Torah doesn't matter, but at the same time, we also want to try to get, if I see the Behet was able to explain it well, which he does, it's just you have to know what the Bash and the Cham are saying. So if I see where it's needed, I'll try to put it in. Where it's not needed, not needed, but where you could understand it from the Behet itself, we'll try to stay B'ezrat Hashem B'lid Neder with the Behet. Let's, as we go, as we learn B'ezrat Hashem, we'll see how it goes. Okay. So the Cham is going to say today, listen what the Cham says. The Cham says in Od Yud Aleph, so again, we want to try to see, how do we paskin? Do we paskin like the STAM or do we paskin like the VeYesh Omrim? If you want to tell me you paskin like the STAM, so why do you write the VeYesh Omrim? If you tell me we're going to go like the Yeshomrim, so why do you bring the opinion of the STAM? Who are we going like? Okay. If you look into the Cham, from the beginning, I mean, I'm using a Friedman edition. I just don't know if you guys know. I'm using the Shulchan Aruch Mahadur Friedman edition. Yes. Okay. There's different Shulchan Aruch that I can use. It's not a big deal. It's just, something. This is a different one. But the point is, in my Friedman edition, it's in parentheses. Right? This edition has a lot of corrections that it makes that other editions won't have. And by the way, actually, just today, I ordered another set of Shulchan Aruch. It's whatever. It's very important, Rabotai, to be able to get your hands on these books so you can see, learn. Rabotai, it's Torah is beautiful. Okay. Now, so he said like this. So it's in parentheses the whole thing. Why is it in parentheses? Because the Cham is not saying it. It's a son. Like he begins. Amar hamagia v'hakotev. The one that's amending and the one that's writing, bino shel hamichaber. He is the son of the author, meaning he's the son of the Cham. Liyot ki mashe urshum kan hi nefkuta gidola. He says, being the fact that what I'm about to write over here is a significant practical implication b'chol sifrei ha-Shulchan Aruch shel ha-Mechaber harav ha-Beit Yosef. In all the books of the Shulchan Aruch of the author of the Rav ha-Beit Yosef, ma shehu nogeh le-Pesak halacha u'ledina. When it comes to making a Pesak halacha and to the final halacha, Amarti bilibili balim no bar. He said, the Cham son is saying, I said in my heart to not withhold any goodness, to not withhold any benefit from the people. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to write all this down, what he's about to bring down. Ulahatik po mashe matati b'teshuvat harav hagadol Menachem Hazaer Siman Tzadik Zayin. I'm going to go and I'm going to copy over here word for word Rabotai what he said I found in the response of Harav Gadol Menachem Hazaer in Siman Tzadik Zayin. This is the language of Harav Gadol Menachem Hazaer. Ve'amarta, again, remember, since he's in the middle of the, because whenever I don't know if you guys know what's a response. Okay, okay, 1 second. Okay, so I have over here the Or L'Tzion, right? So this is the Or L'Tzion. Now, if you open up the Or L'Tzion, you have over here She'elah, and you have over here Teshuvah, meaning you have the answer that he's gonna answer. It's the answer to the question. So when he says in response, you have to understand right now what the Cham is doing. He's actually going ahead and he's copying and pasting it from Rabbi Menachem Hazaer. From what's his name? Yes, from Rav Gadol Menachem Hazaer. He's copying and pasting from the middle of the words what he wants to show us today. So sometimes you're gonna find it in the Shulchan Aruch in the words V'amart, and you said, who is he speaking to? Who is he speaking to? He's trying to answer somebody. You understand? It's a response. It's an answer that he's trying to give to somebody. But that's not what you want to focus on. You want to see what he really has to say. So he said like this, and you said, Ki HaBeit Yosef lo hichri b'tur Yoredeya, Siman Nun Hey, v'gam HaShulchan Aruch, Sham Siv Aleph. He said, and you said that the Beit Yosef, he did not tilt in the Tur in Yoredeya, in Siman 55, and also in the Shulchan Aruch itself, he did not tilt. I'll put it to you like this. If you look into Yoredeya, it speaks over there about halachot what makes an animal treif when it comes to the leg. So over there, you had an opinion of the STAM and the VeYesh. So basically, he's telling the person, I don't know who he was replying to. I would have to probably open up Rabbi Menachem Hazaer. I would probably have to see what was the connection, the discussion there. But he's telling him, Ve'amarti says, and you said, Ki HaBeit Yosef lo hichri b'tur Yoredeya. The Beit Yosef, he did not tilt in Tur Yoredeya in Siman Nun Hey, v'gam HaShulchan Aruch. He did not decide which is it mutar or is it asur. He brought two opinions and he left it as a doubt. He did not tilt. So which way should the Pesak Halacha be? Should it be like the one that says mutar, or should it be like the one that says asur? Should it be like the one that says stam, or the ones that say yesh omrim? He didn't explain it, Rabotai. He didn't finalize the halakha. He says, da. Here we go, Rabotai. Comes right now, Harav Gadol Menachem Hazaer, and he says like this. He's telling the person that asking the question regarding this whole subject that the Beit Yosef did not go ahead and decide the halacha. I'll put it to you like this. If you learn Shulchan Aruch, you see the STAM VeYesh, STAM VeYesh, STAM VeYesh. Why didn't the Shulchan Aruch just go and make and say halacha, bam, and finish? What's STAM VeYesh? Rabotai, so one big rabbi told me one time, I forgot his name, very big rabbi in Tov, he's from Tov, he lives with Rav Tzaddik, the Chavruto. He said, you see from over here how humble the Beit Yosef was. He could have told you what the Pesach Halacha is. Just, he was very humble. He didn't want to, also if you pay attention to Mishnah Berurah, he doesn't pass in halachot. He gives you opinions. So you see the anava. Okay. Anyway, comes Rav Menachem Hazaer and he says like this. He tells this person that he was speaking to, or this rabbi that he was speaking to, where he said he didn't know which way to go because the Shulchan Aruch never made a Pesach Halacha. He comes and he says like this. He says, you should know. Ki ha-michaber hahu, he says, that author, Rabban shel b'nei hagola. He is the rabbi of all the people on exile. Zeh darko b'Shulchan Aruch. This is his way in Shulchan Aruch. He's explaining how the Shulchan Aruch works. Why do you have to put STAM and why do you have to put VeYesh? Zeh darko b'Shulchan Aruch di kovei lehora'ah. Excuse me. The kovei lehora'ah that he establishes for instructions or to make a Pesach Halacha. Lavi techilat hadat ayoter muskemet. The way of the Shulchan Aruch, the way he wanted to go ahead and establish for future generations is he first wanted to go ahead and bring you the opinion that is more agreed upon. But where you should be afraid for another opinion, and he brings it in the name of the Yesh Omrim. If so, if so, this is what he wrote in Siman Nun, to go ahead and allow you, like the opinion of the Geonim, who pesak gamur umuchlat, lefi svarato. He says that is the complete pesak and it's decisive according to his reasoning. I'll explain to you outside. V'lo zachar hasvara shniya ela lachlok kavod leba'aleha. The reason why he mentioned the Yesh Omrim is just to show them support, show them honor to the authors that wrote to those Yesh Omrims. Why? שגם הם גידולים ורבים ובהרבה מקומות פשט המנהג לאוסר דקוותיו עד כאן לשונו. Because he says they're also very big and they're also many, and many places the minhag is to aser like the Yesh Omrim, like them. Up until here is the language of Harav Gadol Menachem Hazaer. Rabotai, let me tell you my words for a second. What is Rav Menachem Hazaer saying? He's telling the rabbi that asked him this question, he's saying, I want you to know like this. When it comes to making a Pesach Halacha, the Shulchan Aruch didn't just write STAM VeYesh. No! He knows, there's a reason why he kept it, there's a reason why he established the halachot in such a fashion. When you see a halacha in the name of STAM, he says you should know that first opinion when he brings, that is the opinion that is more agreed upon. When you see the Yesh Omrim, the reason why he brought the Yesh Omrim, he says because where you should be concerned about it, he brought it because he wanted to show them honor. He wanted to show these other rabbis honor because it's their opinion. He didn't want to leave them out. So the Yesh Omrim is really here because to give them that honor. But at the same time, you also have many people that follow the Yesh Omrim. But comes Harav Gadol Menachem Hazaer and he says, but you should know, when you have the STAM opinion that says mutar, he says you should know who pasag gamur umuchlad lefi svarato. It's 100% complete pasag halacha according to the Shulchan Aruch's reasoning. That's how you should paskin. That's it. That's what he's explaining. And the whole reason why he mentioned the Yesh Omrim, like I said before, is just to give them honor. You know something? Let's read that one more time. It's so beautiful. Let's read it one more time. You should know that the author, meaning the Beit Yosef, is the rabbi of all the people in exile. This is his way in the Shulchan Aruch. When it comes to establishing for a person to be able to instruct them, to be able to make a Pesach Halacha, he first brings the opinion that is more agreed upon. Where one should be concerned for the other opinion, he brings it in the name of Yesh Omrim. There are those that say, if so, this is what he wrote in Halachot of Yordan, Siman Nun Hey, like the opinion of the Geonim Lahatir, to allow it. It's 100% a Pesach Halacha according to his reasoning. You have nothing more to worry about. So why do you have to say the Yesh Omrim? The reason why he had to mention the second opinion is only to give honor to the Yesh Omrim because they're also big and it's also they're many. In also many places, they go ahead and they go like the Yesh Omrim that says Asur. Up until here is the language of Harav HaGaon HaGadol Menachem Hazaer. Comes the Cham son and he says now, here we go. And you that is looking into it, understand from it like this. Where the Rav Beit Yosef brings two opinions, in the Shulchan Aruch, if the Shulchan Aruch brings the first opinion in the Shulchan Aruch, and then he brings a second opinion in the name of Yesh Omrim, there are those that say, it's not that he has a doubt which reasoning he should go with, the first opinion or the second opinion. No. Rag Dato, he says, you should know Rag Dato, rather in his mind, Livso Kisvara Harishonim. He says, only in his mind is to go ahead and make a Pesach Halacha like the first opinion. VeYesh Omri Mivi Rak Lachlo Kavod Lebal HaSvara Hachi. He says, and the Yesh Omri he only brought in order to give it honor to that, to those Yesh Omrim that came up with that reasoning. Vata, and you, Dalacha, know for yourself. From here, you're going to be able to go ahead and make these cheshbonot from now on. Whenever you're going to see STAM VeYesh, Rabotai, it's very simple. That's what we say, STAM VeYesh, Halacha Kistam. This is it, Rabotai. We have to follow the STAM. So when you see the Shulchan Aruch doesn't bring a halacha in the name of Yesh Omrim, and he begins immediately just mentioning the halacha, you should know that's the halacha. That's Mama's halacha. He didn't bring the Yesh Omrim because he didn't know which side to tilt. He brought the Yesh Omrim just to show the other rabbis honor. I want to just read that one more time, Rabotai. It's very important. Hazaer, don't worry, Rabotai. Hazaer. V'atah me'ayen mimenu tavin. And you that you're looking into it, understand from it like this. Heicha, the Harav Beit Yosef mivi shtei svarot. Wherever the Rav Beit Yosef brings two reasons, two opinions, b'shulchan aruch, in the Shulchan Aruch, v'asvara shniya mivi b'shem Yesh Omrim, and the second opinion he brings it in the name of the Yesh Omrim, meaning there are those that say, ein hadavar ki misupak etzlo ben hasvarot. No. The thing is not that he has a doubt amongst the opinions which way to go. Rag, you should know, Rag Datol Lefsok Kisvar Harishono. Rather, in his mind, he wants to make a Pesach Halacha like the first opinion, which is the STAM. VeYesh Omri Mivi Rak Lachlo Kavod Lebal HaSvar Ha'i. And the Yesh Omri he only brings in order to show them that honor to those people that gave those reasonings. Vata, and you, Dalacha, know for yourself now, had to go ahead and make Pesach Halacha from here. Comes out of here, Rabotai. What is the Cham's son telling us? When we asked over here in our case, in Siman Al and Halacha Chet, when we see clearly over here, the STAM says, we're not concerned about the mitzvah of La'erev Al Tenechetcha. We're not concerned about populating the world. If you did the mitzvah of Puruvu, and you don't have money to be able to marry a childbearing woman, only if you're going to sell the Sefer Torah, then you can marry a childbearing woman. The STAM opinion, the Shulchan Aruch tells you, no, marry a woman that's barren. But whatever means you have, marry a woman that is barren. But do not marry a woman that's childbearing by selling the Sefer Torah. That's the opinion of the STAM. Comes the Yesh Omrim say, no. Even if you have children, sell the Sefer Torah in order for him to be able to marry a childbearing woman. Now, Rabotai, after we saw this beautiful Rabbi Menachem Azaria, what's the halacha going to be? Simple. The STAM says you cannot sell the Sefer Torah. The Yeshurim say you could sell the Sefer Torah. Halacha Rabotai is going to be like the STAM. Halacha Rabotai is going to be like the STAM, that if a person did the mitzvah of Pru Urvu, and now he wants to marry a childbearing woman, but the only way he's going to be able to do that, that's only by selling the Sefer Torah. The Shulchan Aruch says, don't worry about selling the Sefer Torah. Go get married to a barren woman with the means that you have. But what about the mitzvah of L'Erev Al Tanach Yedcha? What about populating the world? The Shulchan Aruch says, in the STAM opinion, don't worry. Go marry a barren woman with whatever you have, as long as you're not going to be without a woman. Rabbi, you're going to say the Yesh Omrim clearly say you're allowed to? Correct. That Yesh Omrim he only brought to show them honor, because it's a very important opinion also. But Halacha Rabota is like the STAM, the Shulchan Aruch. In any event, I hope you guys like this piece. Very, very important, very, very critical Cham, and this is why Rabota, this is when you learn Shulchan Aruch, I was speaking to somebody the other day, and he said, how's it possible that you have some Rabbanim that, when they speak with confidence. Like, they're not, what do you call it? Some rabbis, you speak, you ask, they break. But, certain rabbis, bam! Take a Chamavadi, take the Gidom, rabbis that on the spot, they cut, no doubt about it. How's that possible? When a person learns Torah good, when you learn Shulchan, when you see with your eyes, it's not like you hear, no, you see with your eyes. When you speak tomorrow, now you're not going to be, you saw with your own eyes, you're going to be 100% confident. So that's why, Rabotai, it's very important to be able to learn, right? Shulchan Aruch and everything, Rabotai, whatever you can get your hands on, learn, do Chazarot, review. By the way, I do want to mention, I don't know how many of you guys follow the Dalad Amushal Halacha. So I just want to bring this out now so people to get a mistake. The majority of the times Rabotai is going to be STAM VeYesh, Halacha is always like STAM, like the Cham just said. But you should understand that there's also rules. Meaning, whenever you have STAM VeYesh, but if we're dealing with Birachot, Halacha is going to be like the Yesh. I'm going to give you an example. In the Siman Reis Tzadik Tet, in Halacha Vav, it says over there that if a person forgot to do Havdalah, Shabbat, if he forgot to do Havdalah, he has up to 3 days to do the Havdalah, meaning up to Tuesday before sunset. That's the STAM opinion. Comes the Yesh Omrim, say, no, you only have up to Sunday, the whole day Sunday. Comes the Chamavadi and he says, Allah is like the Yesh Omrim. Yesh Omrim, what do you mean? Just now we saw STAM VeYesh, Halacha Kistam. Correct. Halacha Kistam when we're not dealing with Berachot. Because even against Maran, when it comes to Berachot, we're going to say the rule, Safek Berachot Lakel. That means a person that wants to do Havdalah on Monday or Tuesday, according to the Yesh Omrim, you can be doing it. So that means you might be saying a blessing in vain. So therefore, when you have a doubt to say the blessing or not, we're telling you not to say the blessing. So that's why we have to follow the Yesh Omrim. Also for this, bro, that's very important. That's as long as you didn't eat on Motzei Shabbat. But if you ate on Motzei Shabbat, you lose. You cannot do Havdalah. Only you can do Havdalah on Saturday night. But you cannot do Havdalah on Sunday. There's no makeup of Havdalah if you actually ate something on Motzei Shabbat. Rabbatai, these are Dalad Halachas, and that's in Mishnah Berurah and Orach Chaim. And anyway, I just wanted to show you over here. Yes, the rule is STAM VeYesh. But you should also know, Rabbatai, there's also rules when it comes to Barachot and so on and so forth. Have a great day. Baruch Adonai Olam. Amen ve'amen.